The room went quiet after she said it. Not the kind of quiet that feels peaceful, the kind that feels like glass breaking inside your chest. "If you want to leave, go ahead," my wife said, her voice sharp and loud. "You'll return begging within weeks." Everyone heard it. Friends, family, people who smiled at us and pretended they knew us. I stared at the table, at my hands, at the thin line where my wedding ring had been pressing into my skin for years. I had refused job offers for months, good ones, faraway ones. I said no because she asked me to, because she said we needed stability, because she said she needed me here, and now she was daring me to leave. Something inside me went still, not broken, not angry, quiet. I stood up slowly. My chair scraped the floor. No one spoke. I didn't look at her, didn't argue, didn't defend myself. I walked out. The night air felt colder than it should have. My phone buzzed in my pocket. A message from a number I didn't recognize. "She doesn't know you saw the email. Call me." I didn't call, not yet. I already knew something was wrong. This was just the first crack where the truth started to leak out. On the drive home, my hands didn't shake. That surprised me. I expected fear, or sadness, or anger. Instead, I felt like a man watching his house burn from across the street, too far to stop it, close enough to feel the heat. I replayed her words in my head. "You'll return begging." She sounded so sure. She had been sure for a while now, sure I needed her more than she needed me, sure I was stuck. I remembered the late nights, the phone turned face down, the way she smiled at messages but frowned at me. I told myself stories to make it okay. She's tired, she's stressed, I'm imagining things. But then there was the email. I wasn't snooping, I was fixing the laptop. Her inbox was open, just one line on the screen. "I miss last weekend. He still doesn't know." No names, no details, just enough. I closed the laptop like it had burned me. That was weeks ago. Since then, I watched, listened, counted time. She left early, came back late, smelled different. I didn't ask questions. I didn't want answers I wasn't ready to hold. Tonight, when she embarrassed me in front of everyone, something clicked. She wasn't scared of losing me. She was sure she already had someone else, and that made me small, replaceable, temporary. I pulled into the driveway and sat in the car. The house was dark. For the first time in years, I didn't feel like going inside. I didn't confront her, not that night, not the next morning. I smiled, I nodded, I played my part. Inside, I was counting moves. I checked phone records, long calls during work hours, numbers saved under fake names. I watched her patterns, Tuesday gym nights, Friday errands. I followed once, from far enough that she wouldn't see me. She met him in a parking lot behind a store. No hugs, no kisses, just familiarity, like this wasn't new. I didn't feel sick, I felt clear. I ordered a background check on the number from the phone records, paid extra for speed. I emailed the company that had offered me the job, the one I turned down because of her. They replied in minutes. "Offer still stands." I read it twice, then a third time. I printed it and folded the paper carefully, like it mattered how neat it was. At home, she talked about our future, about vacations, about plans. I listened. Every word felt like a lie she believed. The background check came in 2 days later. His name, his job, married, 2 kids. I felt something then, not anger, pity. He thought he was special. So did she. I scheduled a meeting with a lawyer, quietly. I moved money, carefully. I packed a small bag and hid it in my car. She didn't notice. She never noticed. That night, she fell asleep quickly. I lay awake staring at the ceiling. I wasn't losing my life. I was taking it back. I waited until Sunday. Breakfast was quiet, sunlight through the window. I placed the envelope on the table between us. She frowned. "What's that?" "Open it." She did. The color drained from her face. Phone records, dates, times, a picture, her car, his. She looked up at me, eyes wide. "How long have you known?" I took a sip of coffee. "Long enough." She cried, fast, loud. She said it didn't mean anything. She said she felt lonely. She said it was my fault. I listened. When she ran out of words, I slid another paper across the table. The offer job. Signed. Accepted. Her mouth opened. Closed. "You can't leave," she whispered. I stood up. "You told me to go." She reached for me. I stepped back. For the first time, she looked small. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. That would have been easy. Instead, I told her everything I had done. The lawyer, the accounts, the move. Her crying turned to panic. "You'll ruin us," she said. I shook my head. "You already did." I left the house that afternoon. Didn't slam the door. Didn't look back. On the way to the airport, my phone buzzed. Messages, voicemails, begging. The job was in a new city, a new start. I knew she would tell people I abandoned her. I didn't care. The truth didn't need an audience. Weeks later, I heard through friends. The other man's wife found out. He left, then came crawling back. My wife tried calling again. I blocked the number. Silence is a powerful thing. In my new apartment, I unpacked slowly. Every item had space. So did my thoughts. I wasn't angry anymore. I wasn't sad. I was free. I remembered her words. "You'll return begging." I smiled, not because I won, but because I never went back. Some people think strength is loud. They're wrong. Sometimes strength is standing up quietly, walking away, and never explaining yourself again. I turned off my phone, and for the first time in years, I slept without waiting for someone to come home.